Right now at 10, one step closer. The city of La Crosse clears its first hurdle to developing an affordable housing complex. And the former Cashton educator charged in connection to creating a hit list is taking a plea deal. Plus, on the stand, a Twitter whistleblower tells lawmakers it's possible the social media company could take over their accounts.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is off tonight. We begin with breaking news. The Eau Claire County Sheriff's Office says Sheriff Ron Kramer has died unexpectedly. Kramer was elected Eau Claire County's 47th sheriff back in 1996. His service to Eau Claire dated back to 1975 when he started as a reserve deputy. The Sheriff's Office says it'll continue to serve the community with the professionalism and respect Sheriff Kramer expected of his entire staff. Officials are asking people to respect the Kramer family's wishes for privacy right now and that funeral arrangements are pending. The city of La Crosse is moving forward with its plan to develop an affordable housing complex. A committee passed the resolution to spend roughly $2.6 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds to buy the former Marine Credit Union headquarters. The plan is to convert the Monitor Street building into 30 affordable housing units. Tonight's vote is the first of many hurdles the proposal needs to clear. It must be passed by the Finance Committee and full council and be rezoned as a residential property. City leaders are passionate about the project. They say La Crosse needs more housing options of all kinds.
The housing is one of the biggest challenges within this community. It has been identified over and over again as a concern, and so any housing that we can bring to this community, we need housing of for all income levels, and so we're excited that this opportunity is coming forward.
Now, if all goes as planned, the council is expected to vote on the full proposal in October, and construction would start in the spring of next year. The city has not set a date for opening. According to La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds, the Monitor Street property will not be used to house the homeless. So News 8 Now asked city leaders again, where will they go? More than a year ago, the city moved the unsheltered population from Cameron Park out of downtown and to Houska Park. As News 8 Now's Emily Haugen found out, the tents in Cameron Park are back.
The makeshift shelters at La Crosse's Cameron Park are popping up once again. Population health nurse Sandy Brecky says it's a sign of what's to come.
Really emergently, what are we going to do this winter?
The majority of La Crosse's unsheltered population lives in the Houska Park campground, which will close in just over 6 weeks. When it does, the roughly 100 people living there must move.
We have more people than available spaces in shelter.
Brecky says that's higher than before, and La Crosse is not alone.
We don't necessarily have the safety net to handle the numbers that we have right now.
A committee of nonprofits, city officials, health systems, and educators have been meeting for months in search of winter shelter.
I'm at the table every week, and we get together, we plan, and we strategize for not only the winter, but long-term housing as well.
Last year, much of that population moved into the Econo Lodge. Brecky says this year that isn't an option.
There are several plans that I think might be more of an option than others, but we're not there yet, and it isn't for lack of trying.
The committee is determined to have a solution before Houska closes.
But a lot of people are at the table, really working diligently, trying to do what's best for the community and what's best for people who are experiencing homelessness.
To stay warm this winter and eventually find a long-term solution.
To see people who are trying to survive and suffering out on the streets really does impact an entire community.
In La Crosse, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
And if people have nowhere else to sleep but at city parks, Brecky says local law enforcement will not treat homelessness as a crime. Let's switch it up. Talk some weather with Bill Grahl. Bill, it's September 13th, but the temperatures today make me feel like it's still mid-July out there.
Yeah, although this morning was cool. In fact, coolest temperatures we've seen so far this season, lows in the 40s for most, even some mid to upper 30s in parts of Jackson and Clark counties. Now that 48 in La Crosse, by the way, is the first time we have dipped below 50 degrees here in La Crosse in 108 days. You have to go all the way back to the end of May. of earlier this year. So it's been a while since it was as cool as it was this morning. Nice rebound though, as you mentioned, upper 70s in most spots, 80 degrees out at the La Crosse Airport, also 80 in Black River Falls. Patchy fog possible again late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Next rain chance, unfortunately, boy, we seem to be timing these over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, periodic rain chances and above average temperatures for the next several days. So very summer-like for the next week or so. Mainly clear skies right now, 62 in La Crosse, 61 in Eau Claire, down to 51 in Black River Falls, 60 in Viroqua. Again, that patchy fog possibility late tonight, early tomorrow. Lows in La Crosse around 53, so not quite as cool as last night. Schoolcast for tomorrow, some patchy fog early in the 50s, 74 by lunchtime. Afternoon temps when you're walking home from school or getting off the bus, picking up the kids, right around 80 degrees. We'll talk about those warmer than average temperatures in my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, the former Cashion educator charged in connection to a hit list has agreed to a plea deal. As we first reported in July, investigators say Michelle Herricks wrote a list of teachers' names in the phrases shoot 'em, stab 'em, blow 'em up, and made it appear like 2 students wrote it. A security camera caught Herricks dropping the note in a school hallway. Herricks told police her son had problems with one of the students at the top of the list, but she denied any involvement. Herricks and prosecutors reached a diversion agreement. That means she agreed to plead guilty or no contest, and if she completes a 2-year program that includes therapy, community service, and paying court fees, Herricks will never serve a sentence. Traffic deaths in Wisconsin are expected to increase for the 4th year in a row. According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, traffic-related crashes statewide have led to 397 deaths. Director of Transportation Safety David Papp says one main cause is reckless driving. This year, police in La Crosse have issued 17 reckless driving citations. Driving recklessly can mean a person is speeding, showing no regard for other vehicles, making dangerous maneuvers, and using their phone while driving. If you're on your cell phone, Papp says you're 4 times more likely to get in a car crash.
It's just second nature for it to be in our hands, and it's so dangerous to have it in your hand while you're driving. The distraction and the temptation is just so great.
The consequences of reckless driving are high. Law enforcement officials say it only takes a few reckless driving citations to lose your driver's license. Papp says the best way to prevent traffic fatalities is by keeping your eyes on the road and putting away any distractions. A Wisconsin judge sided with Republicans and declined to suspend his ruling that state law does not allow election clerks to fill in missing witness information on absentee ballot envelopes. Today's ruling is expected to be quickly appealed by Democrats and ultimately end up before the conservative-controlled Wisconsin Supreme Court. But it's unclear whether there could be a ruling before the November midterms. That ruling was part of the discussion at an event designed to reduce voter confusion. The League of Women Voters of the La Crosse area hosted the free webinar to review Wisconsin's voting rules. 2 clerks walked participants through parts of both the in-person and absentee voting process. La Crosse City Clerk Nikki Elson says today's ruling on absentee ballot envelopes is something area poll workers are prepared for.
Election workers at polling places have been trained to give those envelopes a glance over to make sure that those required elements are there. And if they're not, then instruct the voter of their options for correcting that.
The organization did record that full event. We've got the link to watch it at news8000.com. If you like big boats, La Crosse is the place to be. The American Duchess paddle wheel boat made an appearance in Riverside Park this morning, the first of 3 big ships to dock in La Crosse this week. The American Queen will dock in Riverside tomorrow from 7 until 2 in the afternoon. Then the Viking River cruise ship stops in La Crosse on Thursday morning. Still to come, rail workers are preparing to strike, and experts say we will all pay the price. Plus, speaking of a price hike, if you're taking part in the Maple Leaf Walk Run, and if you haven't registered, you're about to face one.
Come to the Vernon County Fair. Bring your family and enjoy food, exhibits, attractions, and the Midway. Visit our website for events like the tractor and truck pulls, demo derby, and horse pulls. The Draft Horse Show is back, and new this year, the Homemade Pie Auction. Vernon County Fair in Viroqua.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michaels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He'd drain millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michaels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
This is the Riverbank team. We're tough, we're determined, and we are the largest locally owned community bank in the La Crosse area. Across all 14 community branches, our game plan remains constant. Go the extra yard to provide personal service and support to help you and all of our clients reach the goal line. Call us or stop by to learn more about our Smart Business checking account or any one of our personalized products and services. Join our team. Riverbank, local banking made simple, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come to the Vernon County Fair. Bring your family and enjoy food, exhibits, attractions, and the Midway. Visit our website for events like the tractor and truck pulls, demo derby, and horse pulls. The Draft Horse Show is back, and new this year, the Homemade Pie Auction. Vernon County Fair in Viroqua.
The Justice Department is turning up the heat on former President Donald Trump. Multiple sources familiar with the January 6th probe confirm it recently subpoenaed more than 30 of his associates, and multiple sources say Senate Judiciary Committee members are debating whether to ask the former president and former vice president to appear before it. A second DOJ investigation involves classified documents seized from Trump's Florida home. In the meantime, the House Oversight Committee wants a personal certification from the former president that he has returned all classified documents. The committee is also writing to the National Archives asking it to check whether some records are still unaccounted for. The archives said at the end of August it wasn't sure it had everything. One of former President Trump's former national security advisors told the committee he's concerned Trump may have moved classified documents to other golf clubs. A Twitter whistleblower is warning lawmakers about what he says are security flaws. The company's former head of security testified today after, as Natalie Brand explains, he warned of the flaws last month.
They don't know what data they have, where it lives, or where it came from.
Twitter whistleblower Peter Mudge Zatko detailed his concerns before senators of serious security and privacy vulnerabilities that he says could put the social media giant's hundreds of millions of users at risk.
It's not far-fetched to say that an employee inside the company could take over the accounts of all of the senators in this room.
Zatko worked as Twitter's head of security for 2 years before he was fired this past January. He alleges his concerns went unheard by the company's leadership, prompting him to go public.
I determined it was necessary to take on the personal and professional risk to myself and to my family.
Zatko also testified he warned the company a foreign agent was on the payroll.
Their response was, well, since we already have one, what does it matter if we have more?
Zatko's allegations have prompted outrage across both sides of the aisle, especially since the social media giant was ordered by the FTC to better safeguard personal information as part of a settlement in 2011.
I wouldn't exactly give a passing grade to Twitter when it comes to the security of information. Would you grade as well the government agencies that have some responsibility?
They're left letting companies grade their own homework. And I think that's one of the big challenges.
Republican Senator Chuck Grassley said Twitter's CEO rejected the company's invitation to appear before the committee.
If these allegations are true, I don't see how Mr. Agrawal can maintain his position at Twitter.
Twitter has disputed Zatko's allegations and says it's made security and privacy a company-wide priority. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And in a statement, a Twitter spokesperson says the hearing, quote, only confirms that Mr. Zatko's allegations are riddled with inconsistencies and inaccuracies. Consumer prices have surged more than 8% in the last year, and the Dow and S&P 500 had their worst day in over 2 years. Now a possible work stoppage could make inflation worse. Thousands of rail workers could strike this Friday if a deal isn't reached with the nation's railroads. A report from the Association of American Railroads says the economy could lose $2 billion a day if many trains were to stop moving. The White House has been working since mid-July to help companies avoid a strike. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce and regional experts say a strike would be an economic disaster.
Really is going to bottle up the freight system. We have supply chain problems already. The ports are clogged. You throw in a rail strike and tens of thousands of containers can't get to where they want to go. That affects stores and our everyday lives.
The two sides are at odds over sick time and attendance policies unions say penalize workers. As much as 40% of all U.S. freight shipments could be halted by Friday if union negotiations fail with President Biden and 3 of his cabinet members. Government figures confirm everything from groceries to electricity to rent have skyrocketed. Now even prices for the 23rd annual YMCA Maple Leaf Walk Run will go up this week. The price hike for the half marathon, 5 mile, 5K, and Kids Mile will all go up by $5 Wednesday. The YMCA is encouraging everyone to purchase their tickets as soon as they can. The Maple Leaf Walk Run takes place Saturday, October 1st. We'll post a link to register on news8000.com. Still to come tonight at 10, punishing precipitation. Some Wisconsin farmers are wishing the weekend downpour would have happened months ago.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Our weather over the next 7 or 8 days or so is going to feel more like August than September. My full detailed forecast up next.
Are you looking for more in your next job? How about more pay with frequent wage increases? More advancement to promote from within? How about more time off? More benefits, more company incentives, and let's face it, more satisfaction. If you're looking for an employer who will offer you this and more, apply at Pilgrims in Arcadia today. www.pilgrims.com.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives.
Visit Batteries Plus for free auto battery testing and installation. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
By some measures, our economy is doing great. We've reached the lowest unemployment in state history. We have a record budget surplus. But there's another side, too. Rising prices for groceries, gas, and medications. Folks, that's a problem. That's why I have a plan to cap prescription drug prices, aggressively prosecute price gouging, and cut taxes by another 10% for working families. It's the right thing to do for Wisconsin and our economy.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat.
Backed by popular demand, Hy-Vee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hy-Vee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hy-Vee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver.
Dear Senator Johnson, living on a fixed income, it's a struggle. I paid into Social Security and Medicare every paycheck. So it was a slap in the face when you voted to weaken Medicare. That would increase out-of-pocket costs. And when you wanted to let Wall Street gamble with Social Security. Senator Johnson, you look out for yourself and your fat cat donors, but have forgotten about us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
CityCam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. Are new windows in your future? We're a Pro Via Platinum dealer with certified installers. We'll help you find the best style, color, and glass options for your budget. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Our community, your station.
Some Wisconsin farmers are losing crops thanks to heavy rainfall. Over the weekend, southeast parts of Wisconsin reported well over 4 inches of rain. Farmers usually welcome the rain, but those in the area say getting the rain now has set them back days.
If we would have gotten it in July or August, it would have been great, but we're at the end of the season. So now we've got a field with produce that we need to pick, and it's muddy and we can't get in there.
Kathy predicts it'll be 4 to 5 days before the ground dries enough to harvest their crops. I know they were also mentioning in the story they were buying an abundance of wood chips just to try and absorb all that water. And Bill, I know we saw in the Milwaukee traffic cams, they mentioned 4 inches in that story, but some of those areas saw between 6 and 9 inches.
Yeah, and that's too much rainfall any time of year, to be honest. When it comes down in that amount in a day or two, yeah, the ground just can't soak it in. So too much rain for southeastern parts of the state. And we had that soaking rain, of course, on Saturday. Most spots between a half an inch and inch and a quarter of rainfall. Also, over the weekend, some beautiful scenes in our western sky. I'm going to step out of the way here so you can see the full extent of these beautiful photos taken from all of you and shared on my Facebook page. Thank you very much for doing that, by the way. Right here in downtown La Crosse, thanks to Adam for that gorgeous shot. This was down in Viroqua. Thanks to Lisa for this. Not only the beautiful sky, but the reflection off the wet roadway as well. Another beautiful shot up in Galesville. Thanks to Nancy for this shot of the beautiful sky and the reflection off the lake there. And from Carol on Lake Onalaska, beautiful sky and a nice green grass there as well. Still looking like summer with the green lawns across the region. Felt like summer a little bit today as well. High of 80 degrees, so 7 of the 13 days we have seen an above average high temperature, but the coolest readings were over this past weekend, 64 on Saturday and 66 on Sunday. Allergy report, medium symptoms tomorrow and Thursday for ragweed and wheat pollen. High symptoms both days for mold spores. Well, if you weren't up early this morning, this is what patchy fog looks like across the region. Quickly mixes out by about 9 or 10 o'clock. I show that because we could be looking at a similar scenario tomorrow morning. 80 the high today, that cool start, 48, 77 and 55 are the records, or I should say the averages. 95 and 32 are the records for today. 62 out at the airport, 64 downtown at the station. Winds are light, and that's why we could see some fog development once again. The Mississippi up to 4.91 feet. Clear for you folks in Eau Claire, 61 degrees. Your winds are calm as well. Temperatures across the tri-state primarily in the 50s and 60s, including 62 in La Crosse, 61 in Eau Claire, 51 in Black River Falls, 64 in Viroqua. Dew points are comfortable in the 50s, and they will remain comfortable overnight. So another good night for open windows sleeping if you're into that, like I am. And again, winds are calm, so already starting to see some patchy fog over to the north and east here. And that's where visibility tracker is showing the best chances for some thicker fog, kind of right along the I-94 corridor into tomorrow morning. But we could see some patchy river valley fog elsewhere as well. Clear skies right now. A few clouds creeping in from the north and west, but our next rainmaker well to the west. That arrives Friday. Again, just some high clouds overnight. There's that low cloudiness and fog being depicted by Sky Tracker. Otherwise sunny, mostly sunny tomorrow. Maybe some smoky haze at times as well. And then heading into Thursday, more the same. Clear to partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower north of Eau Claire, but breezy south to southwest winds, and that's going to warm temperatures even more. So for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, some patchy fog possible late tonight, early tomorrow. 53 in La Crosse, 81 tomorrow with that hazy sunshine. And looking ahead, look at this, highs in the 80s most days. Overnight lows primarily in the 60s. In fact, low to mid 80s through Saturday, with periodic chances for rain though Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Another bad timing, but hopefully we'll get some dry time, especially on Saturday. And look at the start of next week. We could be flirting with 90 degrees in spots next Tuesday.
Almost hard to believe with it being mid-September.
I know.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, the results of our poll for the latest play of the week. And Logan Volleyball having a strong fall campaign, looking to make another statement tonight in conference play.
This week,
here he is, Bobby D, taking the Colbert Q.
Robert De Niro takes the Colbert Questionnaire, plus Queen Latifah and Steve Carell. New this week.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
For your next roofing, window, or bathroom project, don't get caught in a vicious cycle with Bush League contractors. Barrel it up and call your home improvement company today. It's not a stretch to say that your home improvement company is the MVP contractor in Twins territory. Whether your home needs a simple change-up, you're in a pinch for a quick hitter improvement, or you're going for a moonshot remodeling project, your home improvement company is ready to step up to the plate, even if their owner is a bit of a blooper. Hey, I'm just spitballing here.
It's the Bobby Bones Show right here on Kicks 106.3. Reed and Chelsea are up right after me at 10:30.
Okay, Reed, it's time to say thanks.
What did I do now?
Not you.
Grant?
No, Reed, it's time to thank our listeners for making Kicks 106.3 the highest rated country station in La Crosse County.
Kicks 106.3.
Thanks, La Crosse County.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
Start your morning with a sausage biscuit or sausage McMuffin and pair it with a $1 any size Coke.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. Go all in with the Triple Pet Pizza for just $11.99. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
The Socialist Squad led the charge to defund the police and eliminate bail for dangerous felons. Now violent crime is surging in Wisconsin.
More people have been killed in Milwaukee this year than in any previous year.
Mandela Barnes attacked the Kenosha police and incited more violence.
The officer's deadly actions attempted to take a person's life in broad daylight. This felt like some sort of vendetta.
Mandela Barnes, dangerously liberal on crime.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Logan volleyball team got an impressive win last week over Aquinas, a 3-set sweep, and now the Rangers looking to build on that against the top team in the MVC. Holman's 4-1 in conference play so far. Vikings looking to stay hot. Rangers without their leader, though, Jazzy Davis. But a good start for Logan here. In the first, Lauren Rendler with a strike keeps it inside the line. Rangers go up by 4, but the Vikings, they find their groove, and it's Raina McCardle leading the charge. 20 kills on the night. That's one of them. Holman takes the first set, 25-18. Second set, though, all Rangers. Ava Detweiler to Liberty Sprain, the junior. She gets it done. Logan takes the second set, 25-17. But in the third, Vikings going to work. McCardle had 20 kills. The senior also had 20 assists. There's one to Kendra Winker. All Holman in the third, 25-8. Vikings keep rolling. They win this one over Logan in 4 sets. Spartans also win their match in 4 sets over Central. And Aquinas takes down Onalaska 3-1. Let's head to the Cooley Conference. Westby 14-1 on the season so far. The Norsemen kept rolling tonight against Black River Falls. They take the first set 25-19. Then Jada Berg set up perfectly. She's skies high for the kill. How about McKendra Hansen? Same spot, same result. And then it's Berg again at the net. She gets another kill. Westby continues to roll. They get the 3-set sweep over Black River Falls. To the pitch we go. Holman hosting Logan. We're going to pick it up in the second half. Tie game. Jaden Carley on the bounce going for goal. But what a save here by Eli Stovall. Just getting a hand on it. That keeps this one tied at 2. But Holman continuing to put the pressure on. Carley again finding some space. But again, the save from Stovall. This time Carter Fritsch is there and somehow gets this ball to actually go in. Vikings with the only goal in the second half. That gives them the win 3-2. And at Field for Kids, Aquinas hosting Onalaska. Scoreless first half, but just a minute into the second half, a foul in the box leads to this. Griffin Schultz, penalty kick, too easy for the senior. That gives the Hilltoppers the lead. Aquinas tries to answer. Henry Horseman at the goal. Aquinas chance. Andrew Sutton goes for the goal, but the goalkeeper, Jacob Havlick, gets a shoe on it for the save. Now Onalaska looking for some insurance here. Lucas Von Weiss on the breakaway. What a move to get past the keeper. Net is wide open for the goal. Hilltoppers remain undefeated in conference play. They get the win 3-0. Quick look though. Some other MVC games. Central big win over Sparta tonight. And Toma gets the best of West Salem 3-0. Brewers looking for their 3rd straight win, taking on the rival Cardinals. 3-2 St. Louis in the second, but Willie Adames comes through with the bases loaded. He goes back up the box for an RBI single. That ties the game at 3. We're tied at 4th now in the 5th, but Kutch comes through in the clutch. Andrew McCutcheon with a man on. He gets all of this one to left center. 2-run shot for McCutcheon. Brewers, they win their 3rd straight. 8-4 the final tonight in St. Louis. Twins hosting the Royals tonight. 2-0 Minnesota in the 5th, but Carlos Correa doubles that in the blink of an eye. Where's this one going to land? Tape measure shot to left. 4-0 Twins. And how about Joe Ryan? 7 no-hit innings tonight for the rookie. Didn't get a chance to finish it, though. He was at 106 pitches after 7. But the Twins do hang on for the win, 6-3. And the votes are in for the 2nd straight week. Our News 8 Now Play of the Week comes from Bangor. Last week it was Samuel Kroc. This week the special teams getting some love. Willis Pollock, the chase down tackle. Cardinals get 2 points on the safety. They're 4-0 on the year. Awesome play there by Pollock. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block? Call American Waterworks. Leaning or bowing basement walls? Call American Waterworks. Sticking windows or doors? Call American Waterworks. Settling or sinking foundation? That's right. Call American Waterworks. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks. Call American Waterworks today.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Over 20 years of active duty. defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Yeah. Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
Discovering the perfect paint for your home has never been easier with Zinsser Smart Coat. Plan smart with interactive tools at smartcoat.com. Buy smart in-store or online for home delivery. And paint smart with this advanced paint and primer in one. Say hello to Zinsser Smart Coat, the next generation of intelligent paint. 11% off at Menards.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
All I wanted to do was help out a friend. It was supposed to be just a couple of hours. It turned out to be multiple days. There is just so much junk. I asked him why didn't he hire some professional movers, and he said he couldn't afford it. Guess he never heard of Dan the Moving Man.
Don't traumatize your friends. Call Dan the Moving Man. We'll make your move as easy as possible. Dan the Moving Man is now serving La Crosse and surrounding areas. Schedule your move now and receive free moving boxes.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
The Wild Kingdom feels a little closer to home. Check it out. Residents of Onalaska's Brookdale Assisted Living got up close and personal with the animals from Haven's Petting Farm. From alpacas to donkeys, there was a little bit of everything for the patrons. However, there was one animal that really caught the eye of some residents.
I should go over and see the zebra because that's a very unusual animal. I don't even think when we had a zoo here in La Crosse, they never had a zebra.
The residents tell us they were very excited for this petting zoo because it changes up what they do on a day-to-day basis. A lot of smiles out there too. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Connect with us on Twitter at News8News. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
What fireplace have you always envisioned in your home? Let La Crosse Fireplace Company turn your empty space into something beautiful. We'll design more than just your heat and glow fireplace. We'll help you pick out the perfect stone, mantle, and hearth, making your heat and glow fireplace the vision you've always dreamed of. Isn't it time you've got the space you've always wanted? Visit our showroom or call La Crosse Fireplace Company to get started. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
These are actual crime scenes across Wisconsin. Yet Mandela Barnes supports defunding the police.
The minute you talk about reducing a police department's budget, then it's like all hell breaks loose, and everybody acts like you're signaling Armageddon. But that's not the case. It's about reallocating funds.
And where did your tax dollars get reallocated to? More police security for Barnes. Mandela Barnes. Less safety for you, more for him. Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Professor Penny, I need to take a 4-cheese quesadilla back to my lab. I got you, girl. It is mathematically impossible to fit 4 cheeses inside. Melty Asadero, Queso Blanco, Monterey Jack, and cheddar.
And don't forget your choice of grilled chicken or hand-cut sirloin steak.
And Chipotle lime sauce. I am running the data
And the answer is delicious.
Better get 2 for research purposes.
Try the new 4-cheese quesadilla, only at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Oh, I made it worse.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
Again, some patchy fog possible late tonight, early tomorrow. Lows in the mid-40s to lower 50s, right around 53 in La Crosse. Another nice day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, kind of hazy from the wildfire smoke. Highs in La Crosse around 81 degrees. And get ready for summer-like temps in the 80s most of these days. Unfortunately, just in time for the weekend again. What is up with this?
We can't
we're gonna
shake
have to dodge some at least periodic rain chances on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And of course, I want to mention great local sports content tonight, but Milwaukee Brewers.
They're back.
They beat the Cardinals tonight.
They're back. That's
right
huge.
in the thick
I
of
could
it.
have led with that, but you know,
always,
you've been a
always
little
local.
bummed out.
Always local.
Yep.
All right, good stuff.
Now
Brewers are going to win the division.
This is the start.
See you tomorrow, everybody.